Hi, this is Diane Sear. I'm here today at Reilly's Bakery with Michael Reilly, and today is the 25th of February 2019, and we are going to do an interview. Hi, Michael.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good. You?
Good. So I'm just going to go over some questions with you, and I'd just like you to just tell me.
Sure.
The first thing I was going to start talking about your childhood and your youth growing up.
Okay.
And I was wondering where you were born and when, what hospital.
Born in Portland, Maine Medical. I think it was Maine General there in 1950, December 29th of 1950.
Where did you grow up?
In Biddeford.
You've always lived here in Biddeford?
Yes.
Yeah. So you live in Saco now?
I live in Saco, but we live in Saco.
Yeah.
But I grew up in Biddeford.
Was there an Irish area of the city when you were growing up?
No.
No.
It was mainly French.
Yeah.
There were some others, Polish but no. We were pretty much the only Irish people here.
So how was that? Because we hear the stories about the Irish and the French.
Right. It was fine here.
You didn't notice any
no.
discrimination or anything?
No, I think maybe in the bigger cities, but Biddeford, it didn't matter. We were all friends. Everyone was friends.
And what was your daily routine like growing up? Because the bakery's always been part of your life.
Right. Well, grammar school, went to St. Mary's School, which is not far from where we are now, and went 8 years there. The daily routine was to go to school, and after school we just hung out with friends and did that sort of thing. And they were French, and they were Polish, and Irish, and didn't matter.
So when you went to school, did you have nuns?
Yep, all 8 years we had done. Actually, there were 10 of them in there. There was a principal, a housekeeper, and then 8 grades, so eight nuns. And they were good. They were good. We had the Sisters of Mercy there.
I was going to ask which congregation.
Yeah, and it was okay.
Yeah.
This is my favorite thing to do, but we got it done.
We hear the stories,
Yeah.
And I didn't go to Catholic school, but we heard the stories about how strict they were.
Right. We had some that were strict, but I think the other schools, there was St. Andrew's School and St. Joseph's School. I believe they were stricter from what the stories I hear. We did okay.
Was it mostly Irish children or children?
Some Irish. There weren't many families.
No.
Irish.
No.
Anything other than French went to St. Mary's from the area.
Okay. And what did you do for fun when you were growing up?
We used to hang around. We used to definitely like to come down Main Street, because in those days Main Street was going through the heyday, and there were stores. Every storefront was full. There were 2 stories of stores in a lot of places, and it was a lot of shops to go in. We used to like coming in here, and I used to bring my friends, and because my father owned it, so I had a little bit of pull in here. We could get anything we wanted, so that was a good thing.
Sounds like fun. Now, you being Irish, what was your at home, your home life?
Mm-hmm.
You were the oldest?
No, I have 2 sisters. I have one older and one younger.
Okay.
And my older sister is 9 months older.
Oh,
and
wow.
They call us Irish twins because we were born the same year. And my younger sister is 4 years younger than I am. And it was good. I mean, we were just a regular family.
So you were the middle child. Did you get along with them? You were the only boy.
No, we get along, but
no?
Not always.
Are they still in the area?
Yes, they both are.
Now, I'm assuming because you were a boy, you didn't share a room with anyone growing up?
No, they had a room, my 2 sisters and my parents and myself. I was alone.
Yeah. And who did the cooking, and who was kind of like the boss of the household?
My mother.
Your mother was the boss?
Irish mother.
Irish mother is the boss?
Strict Irish mother. Yeah, father used to go to work all the time at the bakery. and she stayed home. She was a stay-at-home mom. She brought us up. She did all the cooking and the scolding and everything else.
Discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have chores at home that you had to do, that you all had to do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
minor things, but we thought they were major at the time. Right?
Yeah, I know. So when you were growing up, did you have like a television, a radio, a car, a phone? Did you have all of that stuff growing up?
We had a TV.
You did?
We had radio. We had one TV for the house.
Mm-hmm.
At one time it was black and white, and then we got into color TV
Yeah.
after. But yeah,
Yeah, I think they were just starting in the 1950s.
They
right?
were.
Yeah.
They were. Yes.
And you spoke, I'm assuming you spoke English.
Yes.
So was there
Only
any, are there any Irish terms or
Gaelic is what they call
that
it.
you...
But I have no idea what it is.
So your mother and father didn't
No,
do
definitely
that.
didn't. Because they didn't come from Ireland. I think my grandparents or my great-grandparents did.
I was going to ask you about that.
They came from Ireland. And when we went to Ireland on a trip, each trip, they have the news that you listen to in the evening, and some of it's in Gaelic. It's a very difficult language, I guess, to learn.
Is it similar to English? Or,
No,
not at all.
Not even close. No,
Oh, wow.
No, you really can't figure out what they're saying.
Yeah.
But we watch it just to experience it. And they say that's their first language. They learn that first. They learn English second.
Oh,
So anywhere you go, they can speak either way.
yeah. That's
in
great.
Ireland. Yeah.
In a lot of countries they do that.
Yeah.
And what were the holidays like growing up? Because I know that with bakery,
Crazy in here.
it must have
Yeah,
been.
it was crazy in the bakery.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to help out when I got a certain age. And, like the end of 8th grade, I helped out a little bit. Yeah, I started working there. And we used to do things like go get orders, and the place used to be wall-to-wall orders to be picked up. And we weren't involved in the baking, but we were involved in the, if somebody needed a certain name for an order, we used to go find it because we had a cellar full of orders.
I remember coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was interesting.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
did you have any family time? Did you get any family time together?
Usually the actual holiday, because the bakery's closed Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah.
And then everybody got together, both sides of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had large gatherings over the holidays.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
And I think your mother's family grew up on South Street. Is that
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, they did. 137 South Street. We lived on Cut Street, which is not far from there, just down the hill. So on Fridays, a lot of times Friday afternoon, my grandfather, who worked in the mill or in a shoe shop, I'm not sure, he used to come get us with his black lunch pail and stuff and walk us up, this before they had cars, walk us up to the hill to my grandmother's to hang out over there for a while. Yeah, so they live very close.
So your grandparents were very involved in your life.
Yes, they were.
No, are those the French? You had some that were
Irish.
Irish.
Sullivan. Those were the Sullivans.
Sullivans, yeah.
Yep.
Any special foods that you ate over the holidays? I mean,
Anything I could. Turkey, just
Traditional.
Yeah, traditional. Yeah. St. Patrick's Day, we would have corned beef and cabbage and Irish soda bread and that sort of thing.
yeah.
That was really the only time we ate Irish food. It was pretty good.
And one of the things that a lot of, like the French Canadians, in a lot of cultures, is music is very important.
Yes.
So was it at your house in growing up? Was there a lot of music? Did anybody play instruments?
No.
When
no,
you
we
got
didn't
together?
have it. No, we didn't have that type of family that knew how to play. I had an uncle that knew how to play piano, so
Yeah.
he used to once in a while. But not the actual get-together like the French people
Yeah.
do, or even the Irish people do.
Like the Irish jigs?
Right.
No, you didn't do any
No,
of that.
no. Although we
Well,
were involved in St. Mary's had St. Patrick's concert,
Yes.
and we were involved in that every year. All the students had a job there to do something. It was Irish singing and dancing.
One of the ladies we interviewed, Annette Adorio,
Yes.
went to
Noah.
St. Mary's.
Yes.
And she mentioned the concerts
Oh,
when
yeah.
she spoke.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
pretty special. They used to
She
have a
said it was
big crowd.
great. Yeah.
A lot of people went to it.
It must have been sad for you when they closed the church.
It was. It was. It was different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they closed, and then they tore down the school before they closed the church.
Yeah.
And so I tell people I went to school at Dunkin' Donuts now. You know,
Yeah.
But it was sad.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of history there.
A lot of history, yes.
I think it was it the second oldest church?
It's very possible. Yes, very possible.
Did you play any sports in school? Where did you go to high school?
Biddeford.
Yeah.
Biddeford High School.
The whole way through?
Yeah. And I played basketball. I wasn't very good
No?
at it. No. No, I used to play the bench. This other guy
Oh.
and I used to sit on the bench, but we became very good
Yeah.
friends from hanging out.
Now, was Steve White there at
Yes.
the time?
No, this was after him.
After.
After him. It was a Steve White gym,
Yes,
which
yeah.
named after. No, Paul Stebbins was
Okay.
our
Yeah.
principal. Yeah.
Well, you're a pretty tall guy, but
Yeah, I
you probably
did.
were.
I'm not coordinated at all.
It's different. and it's a little bit different now. They start when they're really little.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then, you know,
Yeah,
they have more
and I didn't.
opportunities.
I didn't,
You
no.
probably were working a lot.
Well, not yet. We had a basketball hoop at the house. But
Yeah.
I still wasn't. I couldn't get it in. But yeah.
Were
It
you
was-
part of any clubs in Biddeford? 'Cause I know there was an East End club.
We were. My parents were in the Knights of Columbus
Okay.
and the Hibernians. So once a year, a couple times a year, we used to go to a dinner or a dance, Irish dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Hibernians, is that an Irish
Yes, very much so.
organization?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I'll have to look it up. All right. And so religion was pretty important to you growing
Yes.
up?
Yeah. Roman Catholic. Yep.
Yeah.
Used to go to. We used to have religion every day at school. We're taught by the nuns. When we went to high school, we went to CCG and once a week.
Yeah.
Used to go to church on Sunday.
Did you, in grammar school, did you have to learn French?
No.
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 'Cause
They didn't teach it.
The other schools
The other
had
ones
to
definitely
have,
had to.
Yeah.
Yes, my wife and some of her friends. They,
Oh,
they
your wife is-
yeah, she's French. They all learned French.
And
No, it wasn't mandatory in
Yeah.
St. Mary's.
I think a lot of that's probably because most of them were French.
Exactly. Exactly.
So what are your earliest or fondest memories of growing up in Biddeford?
It was very safe. You could walk anywhere. And compared to nowadays, used to love coming down Main Street because we weren't that far, just around the corner from Main Street, and just all the stores. Used to love going in. Yeah. That sort of thing.
And it was really pretty. I remember.
It was very nice.
And any influential people that really influenced you growing up? Special teacher?
Yes, I had a lot of good teachers. Some of the sisters in St. Mary's used to have uncles who were very involved in the family, both sides. They were influential. Father, of course.
Are they still around, your uncles?
I have one uncle left. He's 93.
Wow.
He's a Sullivan, my mother's brother, and both parents have gone. Everybody else has gone, that age group. He lives at home. He has dementia, so we take care of him. A couple times a week I sleep overnight there, and my sisters do that. And he's got round-the-clock care, and he's very Irish. He used to call him Mr. Ireland. He used to come in the bakery, head to toe, green on.
Oh.
Very, very Irish. He's a good guy. But he was very influential.
So do you know where and how your parents met?
No.
No.
No. No, I have no idea. Never asked him.
Well, I think that they were married in 1949. I did a little research.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm not sure. I was going to ask you if that was correct. I'm assuming it wasn't Biddeford. I'm assuming probably St. Mary's.
Yes, I would assume
And that
so.
would have been after the
Definitely,
war.
definitely, yes.
And your grandfather, your Edward,
Edward J. Reilly. That was
Yeah.
my grandfather.
and Edward M. is
Was
your
my father, yes.
So Edward J. was born in Massachusetts. Did you
Yes,
know that?
Brookline, I
Yeah.
believe.
How did
That
they
I-
end up here?
He and his brother-in-law, they started the bakery.
Right.
It was Reilly McFarland. Mrs. McFarland married my grandmother's sister. And so they were brother-in-laws. And they were working at some bakery company in Massachusetts. They decided to open one up here in 1910.
That's so. I'm going to talk about the bakery again in a little bit, but
Yep.
what was your relationship like with your father and your mother growing up?
It was good.
Really close.
Yeah, it was very close.
Now, was your father the disciplining? No, you said your mother was.
Mostly my mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was around.
My father only when he had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually my mother took care of it because she was always there
Yeah.
with us. My father was always working at the bakery, you know, like I did, and so yeah. So but we were very close.
Now, do you recall your grandparents on both sides?
Yes.
I know the Sullivans you do.
Yeah.
And
And the Reilly.
yeah,
Yes.
and you were close to them. They didn't live with you or anything.
They didn't live with us. I wasn't as close to them as I was to the Sullivans, to my mother's side.
Your mother's.
I find that in families a lot of times that happens. We were closer to the Sullivans.
Did they ever tell you any special stories or teach you anything?
No. They were older,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. No, they didn't teach me anything that I remember.
Alright. So your mother was Rita.
Mm-hmm.
Her father was Timothy,
Yes.
and he was a veteran. And it said he was a scrader working for the Catholic Church. Do you know what that is, a scrader?
Yeah. At one time he was a sexton, a janitor.
A janitor.
Yep.
Oh. And said that his father was born in Maine, but his mother was from Ireland, which is probably why your uncle was so Irish.
Oh, good to know.
Well, that's what it said.
So that
what
would
I
be
found,
his
but I don't
uncle
know
that was-
this. I was hoping
Yeah.
you could tell
No,
me.
actually,
if
you're telling me more than I know
Oh, okay.
about that. Yes. Wonderful. That's okay. Good to know.
Now, Delia was your grandmother that you were close to.
My mother's mother, yes.
And it said in one of the censuses that both her parents were from Ireland.
Really? Yeah.
So
I'm
they
not
were
surprised.
direct
So I
from
guess it
Ireland.
was like the great grandparents were from
So
Ireland.
they must have come directly here to Biddeford.
I think they came, and I think they
They were-
came through not Ellis Island, but up
Boston.
north. Up north.
Oh, maybe
Some
Canada?
people came through Canada
Canada.
and came down.
Yeah, I didn't see. I mean, I didn't find that.
Right. That's what I think.
And one of the censuses in 1910 said Edward was living as a boarder with John and Mary Crowley.
Okay, they were related to
You
the
were
Crowleys.
related to the Crowleys?
Yeah.
So that's how he ended up here from Massachusetts.
Okay.
Because he was 20.
I see. Yeah.
Assuming.
Right.
So you were related to them.
Yes, the Crowleys, yes.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you if that was right, but
Yeah, it is.
and then they lived in Biddeford.
Mm-hmm.
And they had someone who was living with them in 1910 who was a private duty nurse, a Doris Smith, in the census.
That I don't know.
You know. Okay. So you were pretty close. I mean, they were new immigrants when they came
Right.
to Biddeford.
Right?
Your grandfather. That's
Right.
pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is.
And at
It's
20
good to
years
know.
old to start his own business like that with his brother-in-law.
I know.
And then, so they were working as bakers in Massachusetts.
I believe so. I think it was Calderwood. Might have been Calderwood Bakery. I'm not sure about
Yeah.
that.
So when he got married, and I have some records I'll show you later that I found when we're off the record. When he got married, it said he didn't know where his father was, and that his father was from Machias, but one of the censuses said he was from Ireland, so I really don't know.
Right.
I was hoping you would know more about
I
that.
don't.
But I was wondering why he wouldn't know where his father was.
Right. I found Irish people, or my family, both sides, they didn't talk about their ancestors at all. When we asked questions, they said you don't want to know.
Oh,
So when we went to Ireland, we definitely looked up where the Reillys were from to see if
Yeah.
whether it was a serial killer or something. But no, we didn't find anything bad. But
did you find some of your family there?
yeah, in Cavan County, yes.
Oh, that must have been
Well,
so exciting.
Didn't meet them, but the history. We went to a museum there in Cavan County, and there were Reillys there.
Wow.
Yeah. So
How did you know where to look in Ireland? 'Cause
my wife researched it
good for
to see
her.
where there's some books that say where the families were from,
Yeah.
and so we went there. One of the trips.
Did you find out anything really interesting?
No.
So-
It was really nice
Yeah.
to know that's where they came from.
It's beautiful country.
Yes, it is.
I saw a lot of pictures. One of the doctors I worked with.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder if they came during the potato famine.
Possibly.
I
A lot
don't
of people
know
did.
exactly when that was, but
No, I don't either. A lot of people did though.
I know a lot came to Boston at that time.
Right. I would almost guess yes.
Yeah, because grandfather was born in the U.S. in, I believe it was 1889.
Okay.
So they had to have been here prior to that.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a little bit more about the bakery,
Okay.
because I know that's a large part of all your lives.
Huge.
And have you ever worked anywhere else?
No.
No.
No. In the 8th grade, my father said it's time to go to work. So without an application or anything, I came to work here helping out, like doing dishes and that sort of thing, and then worked my way up from there. And I retired from here. So this was the only job I had.
Did your sisters work here also?
One sister did for a short period
Yeah.
of time, but not full time like I did.
So you were really young when you
I
started
was
here.
8th grade, about 14, I think.
14.
Yeah.
And I went through, I did a little research, and I found that you celebrated your 100th anniversary
Yes,
several years ago.
Yes.
That must have been really exciting.
it was nice.
Yeah.
It was very nice. We had Irish bagpipe here. We did celebrations. We did challenges, like we had a donut eating contest and that sort of thing. Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Did
It
you
was-
get any of that recorded?
No.
Oh, no.
No, we'll have to wait till the next one. Next 100. So now it's 109 this summer
Yeah.
in July.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
And I understand that this is Reilly's Bakery is the oldest establishment left in the city.
Yes.
Do you know if that's true?
Yes. Yes.
That's
Um,
amazing.
Some of the banks are older, but the actual business, retail business, yeah, we're the oldest. And we may be one of the, my daughter's researching that, we may be one of the oldest bakeries in Maine.
You probably are.
Good chance, but
It was 1910.
yes,
And how does that make you feel?
great.
Yeah,
I
you must be
we're
proud.
very proud of that. We're all very proud of that.
And when did it change? I know that your grandfather started it with his brother-in-law.
Yep.
When did it change to just Reilly's? What do you know? What happened there?
Yeah, my Mr. McFarland died,
Oh,
and so my grandfather bought out Mrs. McFarland. So that's when it turned into Reilly's Bakery. I don't know when.
yeah.
I don't know.
And how have things changed over the years with the bakery?
Many changes.
Yeah.
Many changes to keep up with the times. Different demands, different tastes people have. We've got to roll with it and change things. And
This is, I'm looking at all the pictures you have up here. This is all different from when I came when I was young.
Yes.
We used to come after church because I didn't grow up in Biddeford. I grew
Right.
up in Lyman.
Right.
But we would come to church on Sundays, and we would always come to the bakery after
Right.
church.
Right. Actually, we were
Oh,
on the other
actually-
sade of this building.
I don't think it was Sundays. I take that back
No,
because
'cause
it
we were
had to be
closed.
Saturdays when we were doing our shopping.
Saturdays. But and a lot of people did.
Yeah.
We were on the other side of this building, the old bakery.
Yeah.
In 1999, we moved here. This was twice the space.
The bigger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We needed it. We were outgrowing the other place.
Yeah.
The other place was very small, but a lot of work got done now. A lot of work.
Yes.
Mm.
It's hard. Restaurants,
Oh, yeah.
bakeries, that's
Yeah.
a hard business. And
Food business is hard.
to be in business for all these years, that's amazing.
Right. Takes
You
a lot
must
of.
have a great staff,
We do.
dedicated
We do.
people and family.
We do.
Yeah.
We have over the years. We've had a lot of family, aunts and uncles and cousins that worked
Yeah.
here as we went. And yeah, you have to have a lot of the people that aren't related work like they are. They're like family. And it just continues.
And your daughter is running the restaurant?
Yep, she and her husband.
Bakery now?
She and her husband.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I did see an article about her in a women's magazine
Yes.
a while back.
Right?
It was a good article.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So I never made front page of anything, and she did. I was proud of her.
I have it at home. I took it.
Great. Yeah, it was nice.
So I saw that you retired in 2015
Yep.
after 50 years working 6 days a week.
Yep.
That's a hard job.
Sometimes 7 with the bookwork and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
6.5 days a week. Yeah, a lot of years. A lot of years.
What does retirement feel like?
Different. It was a huge adjustment to all of a sudden not have anything to do. But I did come in here and help out when I could. And then eventually my daughter wanted to take complete control. Because you have to be careful after all those years of delegating that you don't do it anymore. So now I come in for coffee and donuts and stuff.
Is this your daughter that was here
No,
today?
actually she's gone home. She went home sick. Yeah.
So I did read in the paper about the family Bible,
Yes, still here.
and I wondered if you could tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, sure. This is all handwritten recipes. All the way back to when my grandfather owned it, to when my father and my uncle owned it, because there were 2 owners. And when I owned it, we just added to it. But these are recipes that go back to 1910, a lot of them.
So they're all your family recipes.
Yes, all homemade recipes. And, yeah,
Your grandparents.
yeah, tried recipes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
We do one French thing in here. I don't know if
Yes.
you're going to ask me about that.
Yeah?
My grandmother, Reilly, was French, and with her from Canada, she brought pork pie recipe. So we sell pork pies around the holidays, and that's where that recipe came.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
There's a bunch of Irish people trying to do pork pies, right? But we
But you have the recipe.
Yes,
Yeah.
very successful with it, and a lot of people like it.
Yes.
They used to, after midnight mass, they used to have their réveillon, is it?
There you go.
Okay. And they used to have parties then, so they used to come in here Christmas Eve and buy.
How do you like it? Have you tried it?
I love it.
Pie?
I
Yeah.
love it. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good recipe. I like it a lot. Yeah.
And then you must have traditional Irish things that you make here, like the
Yes.
hot cross buns.
Yeah,
Irish.
hot cross buns, Irish soda bread,
Yeah.
a lot of cupcakes and cakes and that
And those
sort of
good
thing.
donuts with chocolate.
Yeah.
So you probably were too young to remember what it was like during the Depression and during wartime, but did you hear any stories about how that might have affected?
Yeah. That was before my time.
Right.
That's when my grandfather owned it. It was tough. It was tough. There wasn't much money around. And he used to give a lot away to all the people struggling. Yeah. He almost gave away the whole business at one time. But
So he did tell you some talk about that.
he was very, very generous man. Yeah.
I have a picture at home of people lined up somewhere in Biddeford for bread and butter.
Right. Yeah, it had to be terrible.
And then also wartime, same thing.
Right.
Now he did register for the draft. Do you know if he ever was?
My grandfather?
Mhm.
I don't know.
You don't know he's military. And what was the donut club?
I don't know.
I know there's a picture somewhere.
Okay, I can get a presentation.
So what is this? Is it still?
A lot of businessmen, all businessmen,
Can I take a picture of this?
Kushkin. And it was, that was taken in 1916, I think.
And so this was just a group of businessmen that.
Got together and had donuts and coffee and discussed things, I would assume.
I'll take it later.
Okay.
I'll take it later.
And if you notice, there are donut pins on their lapels.
Oh, that's so cute. Wow.
My
there's
grandfather's
one.
in there and Mrs. McFarland's in there.
Oh, there's the old sign.
Mm-hmm.
I will take a picture of this
Sure.
to share.
Sure.
That's interesting. Do you
Yeah.
know how long that went on?
No, I don't.
No.
No. But we started another one,
Oh, you did?
the Heart of Biddeford, about 10 years ago. Wanted to start it up again.
Yeah.
So different business people came in once a month, and we had donuts and coffee and discussed things.
Are they still doing it, or
No,
the
it's
businesses have changed a little?
right. Yeah, quite a bit. But yeah, there was whoever was in charge of downtown
That's
Heart of Biddeford wanted to start it up again.
yeah.
So we did.
That's great. Now you were in the National Guard,
Yes.
and can you tell us more about that?
Yes, I was. We were married in 1970, and I wanted to. Well, I had to register for the draft, and we had just gotten married, and my father wanted me to continue working here. So I went to. A lot of my friends were being drafted, so I went to sign up with the National Guard. So I went for 6 years.
And you weren't called.
We were never called. No.
That's good.
Yeah. Because there wasn't a war on at that time.
Yeah.
Makes a difference.
You were lucky growing up.
Yes, for sure.
I had written that your grandfather registered for the draft in 1917, so that would have been a year after this picture was taken.
Oh, yeah.
And at the time, he was supporting his mother-in-law and niece and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, so you've been married almost 41 years. And you're
47.
47.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
one coming up.
Yeah, I know.
And your wife is of Canadian ancestry, descent,
Yes.
Franco.
Yes. Yeah.
And have you researched any of her Franco roots?
No, we haven't.
No?
No.
And your daughter and son are doing, what would you like to see for the future, for the bakery?
Of course, I would like to see them very successful. They're the type of the right age group that they change with the times very well. They're trying new things, new ideas, and the people are liking. And because it's a different clientele than when I was growing up or when my kids were growing up. People are very busy now, working, and they don't have a lot of time to shop and that sort of thing. So they take orders like over the internet or whatever. And of course, I'm the wrong generation for that.
Yeah.
I had no idea how to do that, but they do, and they have an excellent cake decorator. They've increased the business a lot in that line. They have excellent bakers. They have excellent sales staff. So hopefully they'll do very well.
Yeah.
And I have grandchildren, and who knows, maybe they'd be the 5th generation.
Yeah. How many grandchildren do you have?
2,
Two.
boy and a girl.
How old are they?
15 and 16.
Oh, teenagers.
Yeah, Colin and Kaya.
Do they go to school here in Biddeford? or-
Saco.
Saco.
Saco. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
very special little
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I used to, when they were real little, because their mother and father worked here. So, one on each. We used to give them a ride in mixing bowls. We have these huge 80-quart
Oh.
mixing bowls. We used to sit them in there and walk them around the room.
Oh.
They had a ball. We saw them play with frosting, and we had a lot of fun.
They must have been so excited.
Yeah.
So you mentioned about the changes and the generations, and what is Biddeford today like versus when you were growing up? How would you describe it? Why should people want to come stay here?
Biddeford used to be very busy. A lot of businesses downtown and thriving off of each other. Then it went through a slower time where the older business people retired or died off and didn't have people to come in to take their place. It's turning around now. There are different businesses downtown, a lot of restaurants downtown now, and it's turning around. And the mill next down the street from us is going to be renovating soon. They're going to put a lot of people living downtown, so that should help a lot.
Yeah, I think it's like what does the mayor call it? Biddeford.
Yes, yeah.
The mills are starting to be built up
Yes,
again.
it's not going to happen overnight, but it's coming. It's coming, which is a very positive sign.
What is something that people might be surprised to learn about you?
I don't know. They pretty much know me.
No special talents or
Oh, I have none.
secrets?
Other than knowing how to bake
Oh,
and do it well.
yeah.
No special
Yeah.
talents.
Alright. And what is something you want to make sure people take away from hearing your story?
That we're a small business who puts the customer first always, does everything, do everything we can to please the customer with the food and the service, everything. I'd like them to realize that there still are some small businesses in the United States, and it's the backbone of the community. And people in here are working very hard to make them happy. I'd like them to start coming back, the people that don't.
Yeah. I agree. Anything else you'd like to share or talk about that I didn't ask you?
There are a lot of family stories working here. We've employed probably half the people in Biddeford, or a lot of them, I should say.
What are some of the family stories? Anything particularly funny or sad that you recall? Or?
My son was working for me, and he went to throw a flour bag over his shoulder to carry it, and it broke like an egg over his head. So he was covered in flour. So I just had him go outside and gave him a broom and take him in when you can. We've had many stories like that. Many stories.
Any celebrities ever come in?
Must have. Yes, but I can't think of them now.
Yeah.
Over the years.
Yeah.
We had one man that came in. He was a CNN anchor.
Oh.
And his wife lived in Maine. He and
Yeah.
his wife lived up Maine. He used to come in all the time. Say hi, very nice
Yeah.
man. We've done business with the Bushes, but I've never seen any of them.
Interesting.
Mayors have. They've come in. Other than that, no, I'm still waiting for Oprah or somebody to walk to the front.
I know. Wouldn't that be nice? Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We can always do this again.
Okay.
If you have some other stories or more
Okay.
information to share.
Okay.
And we will get back to you with the final results.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Have a good day.
I'm sorry, I thought you. And you want to take a picture of the donut club?